morning, Year 2. It's Thursday, the 4th of February 2021, and today we are going to be editing and proofreading our writing. So the first thing today, I would like you to read your letter aloud to an adult at home. Make sure at the end you ask them the 3 questions that are on the screen. Do I need to change any of the persuasive language? Have I used different sentence openers? Finally, does my letter persuade the reader then? In this case, you'll be a listener because you're reading aloud. So pause the video now, read that aloud to them and see what they think of your letter. Welcome back, Year 2, and excellent reading to your adults. I'm sure they were really impressed with your letters, but if they've made any comments on your editing, now's the time to do that. So I'd like you to pause the video, and when you go back to your table, I'd like you to make any edits to your persuasive letter. Remember to use the word mats to help you with your spellings and for ideas for sentence starters. Pause the video now. Excellent work, Year 2. Now we've edited the content of our letter, it's time to look at the grammatical side of it. So on the board, you will see some things that I'd like you to proofread and edit. Do one at a time, take your time, and remember to look back through your letter for each thing individually. So the first thing I'd like you to check for is capital letters. This is at a start of a sentence for anything that's a name or a place, or if you use the word I. Once you've done that, I'd like you to read your letter again and check for your punctuation. That's full stops at the end of your sentence, question marks, particularly if you've used rhetorical questions, and exclamation marks if your point needs to be given some power. Thirdly, when you read through your work again, I would like you and your adult to work together using the word mats and the persuasive word mat to check your spelling. Next, and this is the hard one, I would like you to check that your letter makes sense, particularly checking that you haven't missed any words out of your sentences and that your letter flows and is in good sequence. Remember to focus on one thing at a time to really draw the attention to the reader about that point. And finally, I'd like you to read your letter to check if it is persuasive. This is the whole purpose of the letter. Does Sir David Attenborough feel persuaded about the points you're trying to make? This might be through your vocabulary choices, through your expanded noun phrases or adjectives, and any facts or information that you've given him. You'll have to make sure these are true based on your research. Well done, Year 2. You've worked really hard on your letters, and I'm sure they are now really, really fabulous. Remember to email them to us so that we can read them, and we'll put some on Twitter, tagging David Attenborough to see if he replies. Fab work this week, and I look forward to being with you next week for the next piece of writing.